خانم آقایون، سلام عرض میکنم خدمت تک تکتون. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Nope, can you hear me? Better? Okay, good. This is going to be a very emotional delivery, talking about my sister, my dear sister. It's going to be very emotional, so please forgive me. We're here to celebrate Nahid Razagi, my sister, life. Amazing life. I just can't believe she's gone. Every day, every single day I think about, I can't speak in past tense. She's still here in our heart every day. My sister Nahid was a rare soul, a woman who quiet strength, compassion, and grace touched everyone she met, but most of all, me. I watched her build and sustain friendships with people from every walk of life, no matter how difficult and different their belief or personalities. Her open heart, compassion, and her deep respect for others. She listened without judgment, valued without condition, and loved without limits. To me, she was more than a sister. She was my counsel. Like a mother, my healing power in the face of life's challenges. And the one who helped me find my way when I was lost. She was a steady presence, a trusted confidant, a source of comfort for every season of my life. Her kindness never wavered, her loyalty never failed, and her love had no condition. In her elegance met substance. Her wisdom did not come with books alone, but from the life she lived, with open eyes and open heart. She was deeply committed to the people she loved, yet equally attentive to the quiet needs of strangers. Whether offering support or encouragement to anyone in crisis, Nahid's presence had a way of making life feel a little lighter. My dear sister, you may be gone from my sight, but you will never be gone in my heart. You will always be a rare and beautiful shining light in my life. Thank you.
گاهی در زندگی انسان‌هایی پیدا می‌شوند که برای جاودانه شدن در دل و جان ما نیازی به سالها حضور ندارند. ناهید بانو از همان انسان‌های نادر بود. شخصیتی فراتر از واژه‌ها و بانویی به معنای واقعی کلمه. آنچه در نخستین دیدار با او دل را می‌ربود بود، وقاری طبیعی، آرامشی ژرف و حضوری سرشار از لطافت، اما تاثیرگذار بود. زنی با وقار، خردمند و بی نهایت مهربان. زیباییش نه فقط در چهره و پوشش شیک، بلکه در اندیشه های روشن، منش انسانی و نگاه پرمهر و دقیقش به اطرافیان جلوه می کرد. در مقام مادر ستودنی و الهام بخش بود. 3 فرزند توانمند و انسان دوست را در غربت به تنهایی پرورش داد و به جامعه هدیه کرد و این نقش را نه تنها با فداکاری که با عزت، درایت و عشقی بی قید و شرط ایفا نمود. در مقام دختر نیز عشق و فداکاریش به مادر در کلام نمی گنجد. مادر بزرگی بی‌نظیر و خواهری دلسوز و راهنما بود. در عرصه حرفه‌ای زنی خود ساخته، آینده نگر، با کسب و کاری موفق که آن را با دست‌های توانای خود بنا کرد، همواره با صداقت، مسئولیت پذیری و نگاهی انسانی آن را پیش بود. اما فراتر از همه این موفقیت‌ها، آنچه او را متمایز می‌کرد، قلب بزرگ و روح بخشنده‌اش بود. دغدغه‌ای عمیق برای آرامش و سلامت روان دیگران داشت. با درک، همدلی و سکوتی پرمعنا کنار بیماران و دردمندان می‌نشست، بی آنکه نیازی به دیده شدن داشته باشد. انسانیت در رفتار و نگاهش موج می‌زد، بی ادعا اما اثرگذار. ناهی بانو، نماد ایستادگی در برابر دشواری‌ها، مهربانی بی چشم داشت و بزرگواری خاموش بود. و این چنین زندگی هر کسی که او را می شناخت به شکلی عمیق متحول می شد. اکنون هرچند جسمش از کنار ما رفته، اما یادش، درس‌های زندگیش و نوری که در دل‌های ما نفروخت تا همیشه روشن خواهد ماند. یادش گرامی، راهش پر نور و مستدام و میراث انسانیش جاودان باد. در ادامه میخوام شعری رو براتون بخونم که آزیتای عزیز در آخرین لحظاتی که با ناهید عزیز شعر کردن و صحبت میکردن، قبل از اینکه این اتفاق ناگوار بیفته، از برآیند صحبتاشون با ناهید جون یک شعر زیبایی نوشتن که میخوام براتون بخونم. ممنون آزیتا جون. ندانستم تو را عمری، ولی قلبم تو را دارد. نگاهت، رفتنت، حتی سکوتت رد پا دارد. زنی بودی، زنی دیگر، صبوری در دل طوفان. میان خستگی هایت، دلت اما صفا دارد. 3 گوهر را تو تنهایی به مهر خویش پروردی در غربت. کدامین دست جز عشق این چنین نقش بنا دارد؟ برای مادر پیرت چراغ خانه می‌ماندی. چه شبها تا سحر بیدار، دل و جانت دعا دارد. نه تنها مادری کردی، جهان را نیز بس ساختی. به چشمی دوراندیش همه فکر تو راه دارد. برای دوست بی منت پناهی محکم و روشن. برای خانواده عشقی بدون مرز و انتها دارد. تو با لبخند شیرینت ز درد مردمان آگاه، برای زخمیان دل صدای آشنا دارد. به بیماران دلخسته امید تازه میدادی. تو مرهم بودی و جان را شبیه کیمیا دارد. و آن عصری که با هم بنشستیم با چای و شیرینی، حکایت کردی از دوران جوانی و صفا دارد. میان حرفهایت همچنان فکر قند افتادی که طعمش مثل لبخندت هنوزم در خیال دارد. عجب رسم، همیشه قند در کیف و در جیب برای چای روزانه. دلت یک سادگی خاص و پاک دارد. نگاهت نرم و روشن بود، صدایت پر ز آرامش. همان گفتی اگر مرگ هم سراغ آمد، دلم دیگر رها دارد. بگفتی که من از رفتن نمی ترسم، دلم لبریز آرام است، که همچون زیستم من، که قلبم ادعا دارد. به زیبایی و سبکی دلنشین خود را همیشه نشان دادی، که زیبایی نه از ظاهر، ز قلب با صفا دارد. تو رفتی، لیک یاد تو کنار ماست در هر جا. کسی که عاشقانه زیست همیشه عمر جاودان دارد. ممنون از وظیفه عزیز.
Thanks, David John. Hi everybody. من همیشه که فقط فارسی صحبت میکنم. سلام، مرسی اومدین. من صحبتم انگلیسی میکنم، ولی بعدا اگه میخواستین با من صحبت بکنین درباره مادرم، من خیلی میتونم صحبت بکنم. من بکشین کنار، بعد باهاتون صحبت میکنم. Hi everybody, thank you so much for being here. If you can't hear me, please speak up. It was 18 days ago since I last talked to my mom. So for the last 18 days, I've been analyzing who she is, because she means so much to me. Breaking down her personality, breaking down everything, thinking about her history. And here's what I've come up to. Here's what I figured out. I think from the day she was born, she was destined to be special. And why? Why was she destined to be special? She was the only daughter among 4 siblings. She was the oldest sibling, and her dad loved her, adored her. Her parents loved her, but her dad was just everything. And she meant so much to her dad, and she loved her father, Khalajin, so much. So she replicated him. He was a loan officer, and he could be either in the major cities in Iran, but he decided to, because he worked for the Bank of Agriculture, to go and work in the villages, so the farmers had better access to loans. She saw that. So I'm thinking that's where she got her sense of advocacy and purpose from. She was the oldest child. Maybe that's where she got her sense of responsibility and her love from. And back then in Iran, she went away from college. She made lifelong friends that are here, and we'll be watching the video later on in Iran, that are still best friends with her. So in her 20s, she got married. She got her degree, I believe, in biology and interior design. And she lived in the south of Iran, and talking to Baba. She went to the different villages and promoted arts, and even spent her own salary doing that, because she thought that was her purpose. And so this was her 20s. And then come her 30s, things start getting difficult in Iran, and her sense of purpose comes in. She sees that living in Iran is gonna have limited security, safety. So she decided to leave a language, leave a culture, leave a life and a house with a doctor of a husband, and come to America and lead her family here. She left everything and she took a chance to come here and start in America again without all the different privileges as a daycare worker. But again, that was the third part of her. She looked at obstacles as an invitation to overcome. That's what she did. If it was an obstacle, it was something that you recognized, which means that you can overcome it. And if you said, really? Her coin response was, why not? And she proved it. She really did. She owned a daycare after a couple of years. She ran that daycare for about 15 years to put my brother, sister, and I through high school, took care of her parents, was always there for her family, her brothers. And then once we were done with high school, now she's in her late 40s. Now she's like, it's my turn. And she goes and decides to go get a psychology degree. She said, why not? It's an obstacle. I'm gonna do it. I need to serve. I have a purpose, right? Teresa, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So she went and got her psychology degree. And she said, it's not good enough. I'm gonna go be a social worker. So she applied to the School of Social Work. This is at 50. And she didn't get in the first time. So she appealed. And I was on the call, listening to her, watching her, learning. And instead of making the case of why they should let her into the School of Social Work, she talked about the community of Portland, and the Middle Easterns here, the lack of representations, so many people needing help, and nobody to represent them. It was silent on the phone. She spoke to the School of Social Work, and she schooled them in social work, right? Because they accepted her. They accepted her, and she became a social worker. I mean, it's wow, right? And we had the privilege of watching her close. She worked as a social worker, she became an advocate, became better and better, and then she said it wasn't not good enough. You know, she partnered, Patty's fun, they partnered together, they opened up facilities, independent living facilities. She continued to be an advocate. Really, really amazing. But what I haven't figured out yet, and I would love to spend a lifetime figuring out about my role model, the person I look up to, think about all the time, is how she touched so many people, right? How she made family of so many people. How so many people called me and cried over the phone because they lost her. And it actually comforted me, so thank you for doing this. But to me, I'll miss her every single day. And I know you do too. And to me, she's a sense of motivation. Something that's gonna help me live a life worth living, because that's the way she would do it. Thank you.
dertten olan yaman ayrılık. Ayrılık, ayrılık, aman ayrılık. Her bir dertten olan yaman ayrılık. Uzundur hicrinden yara cezeler. Bilmirem men cedim kara geceler. Uzundur hicrinden kara geceler. Bilmirem men cedim kara geceler. Vuruptur kalbime yara geceler. Vuruptur kalbime yara geceler. Ayrılık, ayrılık, aman ayrılık. Her bir dertten olan yaman ayrılık. Ayrılık, ayrılık, aman ayrılık. Her bir dertten olan yaman ayrılık. Ayrılık, ayrılık, aman ayrılık. Her bir dertten olan yaman ayrılık. Ayrılık, ayrılık, aman ayrılık. Her bir dertten olan yaman ayrılık.
Good morning. Thank goodness there is a beautiful song, because I didn't want to go behind this gentleman. I was 40 years old, and I didn't know what love was until Nahid Razaki came into my life. And then I realized what unconditional love is. I was stubborn, and I remained skeptical. But there was one day that I was nervous and frightened because I didn't think I was enough for the world. And my walls were high, and I was defensive, but I was respectful. And I said, yes, ma'am. And I turned and she grabbed my hand. And she said, son, look in my eyes. I am your mom. You will always know love from this day forward. She said this with such strength and conviction, but such gentleness and honesty that I felt my walls crack and then crumble and then come crashing down. But I pushed the emotion down and choked back the tears. And when I opened my mouth to speak, no words came. So to escape that feeling, I just turned and she held onto my hand tightly. She pulled me close. And she said, you are my son. You will always be my son. So Mom, at that moment, accomplished what 30 years of therapy could not. I felt love. So as she was holding me, I cried. And I said something I thought I would never say again in my life. I love you, Mom. But since then, I've said it millions of times. And I will continue to say it every day. Nahi Huzadi, Nana, Mom, you are the soul and the spirit of children all over the world. And she is the soul and the spirit for every person in this room. As we all know, Nana's light shined the brightest when it was needed the most. She has been a wellspring of joy, of compassion, determination, selflessness, and love. And that wellspring we drink from every day, all of us. And she quenched our thirst as only she could. She has now entrusted this to all of us in this room and so many others in this world. Parviz, Dad, Ahmad, Arash, Nazda, Summer, Tala, Nasli, Layla, Liam, Mom will guide you and give you strength. You know she doesn't give up. And she will not let something as trivial as her passing to stop her from you accomplishing your goals in your life. She will always be that light for all of us. When there are insurmountable tasks that are put in front of us, remember her quick head tilt and her shrug of her shoulders and her, why not? And you couldn't argue with that. Ever. And then get it done, whatever that task is, because that's what she would do. As I look around this room, there's no stronger testament to Mom's life than the love and the support that we give each other from this day forward. This extraordinary woman guided and mentored her family every day, knowing one day we would be on our own. Her goal was to strengthen us and give us the will of steel that she has. She did not fail. Mom, I am forever grateful and humbled that you taught me what family means and the ability to say, I love you, Mom, for the rest of my life. She gave me brothers. She gave me a dad. She gave me a family. It's time for you to Mom, it's time for you to enjoy stories and dinners with those that have been waiting for you patiently, that have passed before their time. I know you're drinking tea right now. And I know you're trying to tell stories, but you can't get the words out because you're laughing at your own stories too much. But Mom, thank you for having the strength to keep your head up high when those around you passed before their time, to give us strength. Mom, mission accomplished. The world is so much better because you were in it. And because of what you taught us every day, we're going to be okay. We got this. Thank you.
ناهید رزاقی، نانا، دوست 31 ساله من، دوستی به تمام معنا دوست، همدم روزهای خوب، شاد و غمگین زندگی. من با رفتن ناهید 2 نفر رو از دست دادم، هم ناهید دوست و هم ناهید خواهر بزرگترم، خواهری که پشتم بود، پشتیبانم بود، مشوقم بود، تکیهگاهم بود. درد بسیار سنگینی است از دست دادن 2 نفر در یک زمان. من اصلا نمیتونم خاطرات 31 سال رو در چند جمله کوتاه برای شما بگم. قادر نیستم. فقط اینو میدونم که بعد از این با جای خالیش زندگی یک جور دیگه خواهد بود. عکسایی که شما دیدین، اسلایدایی که دیدین از ورود دانشگاهش، دوستان دانشگاهی ناهید که 50 خورده سال گذشته باهاش دوست بودن، در سفر استانبول دوستان آمریکا با دوستان ایرانش آشنا شدیم. 2 هفته بسیار خوب داشتیم. این عزیزان از من خواستن که پیامشون رو براتون بخونم. نازیلا میگوید دوستم ناهید، در سوگت بسیار گریستم. اگر بخواهم تو را توصیف کنم خواهم گفت تو مثل برخورد موسیقی باران بر تن پنجره بودی، همانقدر ساده و روان، همانقدر ناب، همانقدر پربرکت، همیشه در قلبم ماندگاری. نازیلا. و نسرین، دوستی که خاطرات بسیار شیرین شیطنت‌های دوران دانشگاهی رو با هم داشتن، می نویسد ناهید عزیز، دلم آرام نمیگیرد و باور ندارم تو را از دست دادیم. از سال 47 تو با من همیشه عاشق خنده و شیطنت‌های شادی بودی. چه زود 57 سال گذشت. 4 سال دانشگاه و خوابگاه با دوستان، 2 سال در بوشهر با خانواده و بعد در تهران با فامیل و دوستان و پارسال در استانبول تجدید دیدار با خانوادت و دوستان که خیلی لذت بخش بود. و حالا ناباورانه در سویت اشک میریزم و افسوس میخورم. نسرین. من از 2 نفر باید تشکر کنم، سپاسگزاری کنم. یکی دادم، در تمام سالهایی که دادم دوست ناهید بود، دور مراقب سلامت و دوران مریضی ناهید بود. هر وقت ناهید مشکلی پیدا میکرد میگفتم به لادن گفتی، با لادن حرف زدی، لادن چی گفت؟ وقتی این اتفاق افتاد من نمیدونستم لادن کجاست. براش تکست نوشتم. لادر کجایی خیلی به احتیاج داریم. لادر در استرالیا بود، برای تعطیلات رفته بود. مسافرتش رو قطع کرد. با اولین پرواز 31 ساعت پرواز خودش رو رسوند به لس آنجلس و بعد به سندیگو و روزای آخر در کنار ناهید بود. تشکر بعدی من از آقای پرویز صادقی است که در تمام سالانی که من با ناهید دوست بودم شاهد این بودم که چگونه مثل کوه پشتش بود و هر برنامه‌ای که ناهید، هر نقشه‌ای که می‌ریخت وقتی از دهن ناهید در می‌اومد، پرویز خانم گفت این کاری نداره، شما فقط بخواید. و نه تنها برای ناهید، برای دوستان ناهید هم سنگ تمام گذاشت. آقای پرویز صادقی به تمام معنا پشتیبان، همراه، بدون هیچ توقعی، بدون هیچ انتظاری. ممنونم از که همیشه در کنار دوستم بود. از همگی سپاسگزارم به نوبه خودم که در چنین روز سنگینی در کنارمون هستید. ممنونم.
Test 1, 2. خزان ندیده بهار نرسیده کنون که می روی زین گلزار خدا تو را نگهدار بود ترین آواز تو کنون به گوشم یار پیام من تو بشنو خدا تو را نگهدار دو چشم من به ره باشد در آرزوی دیدار مسافر عزیزم تو هم به یاد من باش جدایی و فراموشی نبینم از تو ای کاش نباشدت به جز مهرم هوای دیگری دست برو خدا به همراه تویی ز جان گرامی‌تر گل خزان ندیده بهار نو رسیده کنون که می روی زین گلزار خدا تو را نگهدار بود تنین آواز تو کنون به گوشم یار پیام من تو بشنو خدا تو را نگهدار دو چشم من به ره باشد در آرزوی دیدار مسافر عزیزم تو هم به یاد من باش جدایی و فراموشی نبینم از تو ای کاش نباشدت به جز مهرم هوای دیگری دست برو خدا به همراهت تویی ز جان گرامی‌تر نباشدت به جز مهرم هوای دیگری دست برو خدا به همراهت تویی ز جان گرامی‌تر
عرض درود. فرشاد منفرد هستم. حسب الامر حسین خان امروز چند کلامی قرار با هم راجع به زندگی بعد از مرگ با هم صحبت کنیم. صحبت امروز من البته به انگلیسی خواهد بود و این صحبت نه تنها از لحاظ دینی بلکه از لحاظ فلسفه، ادبیات، از همه مهمتر ساینسز، علوم خواهد بود. مرگ در نگاه ادیان پایان نیست، آغاز سفر نوین است. مانند نوزادی که از رحم مادر به جهان روشن‌تر قدم می‌گذاره، روح نیز از قفس تن رها میشه و به عالم وسیع‌تر پرواز میکنه. در چند لحظه که من صحبت خواهیم کرد خواهیم دید که ادیان، ادبیات، فلسفه و حتی علم همگی به نوعی از ادامه هستی سخن میگن. رومی یکی از بزرگ سروران ادبیات فارسی، مرگ رو پر تکامل میدونه و این سیر صعودی تا جهان روح رو ادامه میده. علم خواهیم دید که میگه انرژی از بین نمیره و تنها تغییر شکل میدهد و اگر روح یک نوع انرژی باشه میبینیم که هیچ وقت نابودی نیست، دگرگونی هست. نایب خانم با کمال مهربانی همونطوری که شنیدین صداقت و خدمت بی‌ریا از این مدرسه دنیای به فارغ تحصیل شدن و پرنده‌ای بودن که از قفس پر کشیدن. Dear friends, my name is Farshad Manfred. I have the privilege of saying a few words and sharing a few thoughts, rather, today about life after death. A subject that we as humans have been looking at for thousands of years. We have been contemplating this issue for years and years. May it be from the cave ages to the luxury yachts to in hospitals, churches, and in our private prayers. And the question is, what is life after death? So today we'll be brave enough to very briefly look together at the question that has puzzled the philosophers and comforted the prophets. Today we'll talk about scriptures, holy scriptures, old and new, sciences, philosophy, and literature. In the sacred text, when we look at the sacred text, the answer is very elegant, gentle, and profound. If we look at all the sacred texts that we will review together, not all, but just to review a couple of them, death is not an end. It's explained over and over again. That death is not an end, but a passage, a transition, a movement from one reality to another. It's like a child in mother's womb. The child has no understanding of what's to come, what an incredible universe it will be born in. A child in mother's womb grows hands, arm, feet, eyes, ears, and yet he or she has no need for them in that world. It is simply preparation for this world. And we together in this world are doing the same to reach the next. In this world, we prepare for the next world to come, not with fear, but with purpose. We use this brief time to cultivate qualities that we need before the world to come. And these are not necessarily material, but rather spiritual. Things like kindness, patience, truthfulness, humility, love, and above all, service to humanity. And as we heard, Naik Khanum knew and majored in all of them. In Baha'i faith, there's this beautiful story about a bird. It is said that there's a bird in a cage, that people enjoy seeing this beautiful bird every day and love to hear its melodies. One day, the cage breaks and the bird flies free. People will start grieving. They are saddened because they no longer can see the bird nor hear its beautiful melodies. But to the bird, that is absolutely freedom and joy. Friends, we do not vanish, we continue. Let us look at some of the scriptures. Let's go back 3,000 years to Judaism. In Isaiah 26:19, it is stated that your dead shall live, their bodies shall rise. You who dwell in the dust, awake and sing for joy. In Christianity, in Revelation 21:4, it is stated, he will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death, or mourning, or crying, or pain. In Islam, we'll see the same thing. In Holy Quran, the Quran Karim, it's stated to 41:30, angels will descend upon them, saying, don't fear and do not grieve, but receive good tidings of paradise, which you were promised. That's Quran 41:30. Quran continues in 44:51. Indeed, the righteous will be secured in place among gardens and springs. In the Baha'i faith, in the Baha'u'llah Hidden Words Arabic number 32 explains that I have made death a messenger of joy to thee, where thou dost grieve. It is explained that consider a child that goes to kindergarten. Then he or she graduates and goes into elementary, from elementary to junior high and middle school and junior high, and from them to high school and perhaps to undergraduate and graduate school. Once a child graduates, we celebrate his or her accomplishments. We don't grieve, we are not saddened, but rather joyous that this person is moving into the real world. Same goes for us. So life is kind of a school, and when someone graduates, we don't mourn that they are moved on. We celebrate what they have achieved and accomplished. So today we honor Nayed Khanum's graduation, and we hold fast to the light that she left behind. We talked about scriptures. Let's talk about philosophy and literature and see what is the thoughts shared by the philosophers and literature. Rumi, in Persian Empire, there are large number of incredible poets and philosophers. One of the chiefs among them is Rumi, Jalaluddin. He writes, I died as a mineral and became a plant. I died as a plant and rose to an animal. I died as an animal and I was a man. Why should I fear? When was I less by dying? Yet once more I shall die as a man to soar with angels. جلال‌الدین رومی می‌فرمایند که مرگ از جمادی شدم نامی شدم و از نما مردم به حیوان سر زدم مردم از حیوان و آدم شدم پس چه ترسم کی ز مردن کم شدم حمله دیگر بمیرم از بشر تا برآرم از ملائک بال و پر. So we see that there's no regression, friends, just evolution. Our soul keeps on climbing. Victor Hugo, one of the greatest authors of past 2 centuries, the author of Les Miserables, in his private memoirs says that I feel in myself the future life. I'm like a forest, once cut down, the new shoots are stronger and livelier than ever. The sunshine is on my head, heaven lights me with its unknown world. And finally, the most important of all, perhaps, sciences. In many corners, people think science and religions don't go hand in hand. Yet, we'll see over and over that science and religion can agree. In sciences, especially in physics, we have theories and then we have laws. Laws are the theories that have to be proven over and over and over again, or disproven. And once they have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt, they become laws. The laws of physics are things that run our lives. Consider first law of thermodynamics. It states that energy cannot be destroyed. It changes from one form to another. It can never disappear. They asked Albert Einstein, please, forget all this mumbo jumbo, just tell us, what does this all mean? Albert Einstein turns around and says, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. If consciousness is a form of energy, if the soul carries its own subtle light, then it endures across death. And this is not just hope, it's rational, it's reality. One last thing in science, one of the greatest physicists in the world, Mr. Maxwell Ludwig Planck, the German physicist, in 1918 won the physics Nobel Prize. He is considered to be father of quantum computing. The quantum theories gave birth to quantum mathematics, which, thanks to the engineers, now is becoming computing. Quantum computing, just to explain, if you think AI, artificial intelligence, is changing the world, you haven't seen anything yet. Quantum computing perhaps is going to be what they're promising us, that one single quantum computing is equivalent of 500,000 computers that we use right now. Mr. Max Ludwig Planck, in his private memoirs, says that I regard consciousness as fundamental. I regard matter as a derivative from conscious. We cannot get behind consciousness. Friends, I have a lot more to say, but I won't. I know time is running out. I just want you to remember one thing. Look at this. These are what I call reading glasses. I call them reading glasses. Some might call it a fashionable reading tool. Someone might call it two lenses with two sticks. No matter what we call it, it doesn't change its capacity that allows me to see. In science, literature, poetry, and religion, we call soul, we call it consciousness, we call it energy, but we are all referring to the same thing. Everything agrees. So let us not speak of final words with defeat, but with dedication. We celebrate Nahid Khanum's accomplishment. We want to carry her incredible work to humanity, service to humanity. Let us embrace the eternal truth shared by scripture, philosophy, literature, and sciences, that this life is not whole of us. Death is not the ending, but a new beginning. Thank you.
دوستان عزیز، من میدونم خیلی هاتون انگلیسی صحبت میکنیم، ولی من خواستم این مطلب فارسی به شما بگم. مامان من نکته بسیار مهمی که میخواستم اینجا به شما بگم از صمیم قلبم میاد. من میخواستم شما بدونید که حقیقت چیه و من کی بودم و مامانم چی کار باید نکرد. من هرچی هستم از مادرم هستم. من یه پسری بودم که پسر اول مادرم. از اول گفتم من با جراح مغز بشم یعنی نوبلا بود. این مسئله اتفاق نیفتاد و بعدها متوجه شدم که باید ریالیتی رو قبول بکنم و همه ما بالاخره باید یه چیزی انتخاب کنیم و راهمون رو بالاخره از خانواده جدا بکنیم. مادرم تا یه مدت ما رو بزرگ میکنه و ما باید بریم اونجا و به زندگی ادامه بدیم. ولی من اینو قبول نمیخواستم بکنم. مادر من نمیخواست که من ناراحت بشم، بنابراین تمام سعی خودش رو کرد که من تو این فیلم موفق بشم و ترای کردم ولی هیچ وقت به من نگفت دیگه بسته، بهتره که دیگه بری از خونه بیرون، بری زندگی خودت شروع بکنی، بری دنبال زندگیت، زن بچه بگیری، چی دوست داری برو دنبالش، من پشت سرت هستم. کدوم مادر این حرف رو بچه‌ش میزن؟ من تو سن 35 سالگی 36 سالگی مادرم زندگی میکردم و من شیم تو سیرم، برای اینکه مادرم میگفت من تو رو خیلی دوست دارم، تو بچه اول من هستی. من تو رو آورده بودم اینجا که به دریمت برسی. دریمت چیه و به جایی رسید که بعد از 6-7 بار سعی و کوشش در فیلدهای مختلف بالاخره یه چیزی رو پیدا کردم که واقعا استعداد داشتم توش. یه روز رفتم مامانم گفتم مامان جون من که این کار استعداد دارم. 39 سالم بود. تو 29 سالگی واقعا دیگه ممنون بالاخره زندگی درست کردم. مامانم گفتش که آرش جان تو بچه من هستی، دوست دارم. I believe in you. I believe in you. برو ادامه بده. رفتم 39 سالگی کالیفرنیا توی رشته‌ای شروع کردم به خوندن کایروپرکتیک. یادمه شب‌ها روزها زنگ می‌زدم ساپورت ماما جان برام پول بفرست به کمکت احتیاج دارم، پول رنت هم هستش، پول این هم هستش، پول دل هم هستش. یه مادری که خودش استراگل میکرد رفت کار 4 گرفت که منو ساپورت کنه برای که من یه چیزی بشم اون چیزی که میخواستم بشم. یادمه که برای تولد خواهرم سنگ تمام گذاشت رفت حتی کار 4 هم گرفت که یک ودینگ بسیار خوشگل و قشنگ این اتفاق میفته. بگذاریم من کارم تموم کردم. بعد از مدت‌ها یه بار تو سیاتل بودیم. یادم مامانم گفتش که برید بگردیم. منم اونجا یه کار خوبی داشتم. بعد از اینکه این همه زحمت کشیدم تونستم زحمت مادرم نشون بدم و بگم مامان جون تو که از ایران اومدی اینجا و این همه زحمت کشیدی اینجا و میتونستی هم قبول کنی من برم منم مثل مردم کاری بگیرم. رفتم یه مدرک عالیه گرفتم. ولی خب بذار من امروز ببرمت بیرون. امروز برای اولین بار بذار به جایی که تو همیشه دست و جیبت کردی و منو تو زندگی ساپورت کردی این دفعه من تو رو یه لاچ مهمونت کنم، یه خریدی برات بکنم. تو نمیزنم. یه جور شد که کلکش زدم گفتم تو برو دستشویی. رفتم برای اولین بار اون زحمتی که کشته بودم اون زحمت که مامانم برام کشته بود براش گردن من خریدم. وقتی آوردم بهش نشون دادم گردن من رفت زمانی شد ولی گفت آرش من گردن من رو خیلی دوست دارم چون این نشون میده که تو منو دوست داری، تو منو واقعا دوست داری و اینو همیشه بدون که تو پسر من هستی، تو پسر نانا هستی، نانایی که اومد توی مملکت فتح کرد. من نمیدونم یه مادر با 3 بچه که پولی هم تو جیبش نیست بیا چجوری یه زندگی اینطوری درست کنه. من اصلا تصور نمیکنم. من که خودم هستم خودم این فقط درست کنم. ولی مادرشون حالا که کمک کردی من یه چیزی تو زندگی بشم دستم تو جیبم بیاره خودم زندگی رو درست کنم. مادر به خدا به قسم میخورم، به عالم به قسم میخورم که من لگسی تو رو دنبال میکنم. تو اگر اون اینجا بودی میگفتی که بس دیگه برو دنبال کارت و کار من رو دنبال بکن. نذار من که این همه زحمت کشیدم آدم توی مملکت که برای یه چیز ساده باشه. من برادرم یه آیتی جینیسه، برادر دیگه هم یه جینیس دیگه هست، همون دایی یه جینیس بیزنسه، پرویز خان و با مادرم ساکسسفول ترین بیزنسمن های ونکوور واشنگتن بودن و کسی رو من نمیخوام اینجا پول تمام بکنم. اینا منتورای من تو زندگی بودن. دلیلی که من اینجا رسیدم من هرچی هستم برای که هستم به خاطر مادرم. من زندگی من از ایران نجات داد آورد اینجا. 2-3 بار نزدیک بود سقوط کامل بکنم منو کشید بالا. مادر مرسی مادر، نه مادر فقط یه مادر، عنوان یه انسان
که به من یه زندگی جدید دادی و من همیشه لگسی تو رو دنبال میکنم. دوست دارم، عاشقتم. هر روز صبح با تو بلند میشم از خواب، هر شب با تو چشامو به خواب میزنم. درست چاپتم.
سلام، من نازلی هستم، دختر ناهید هستم. مرسی همگی که اومدین. من این نوت انگلیسی میگم. The bond between a mother and daughter is unlike any other, sacred, unbreakable, and everlasting. At every step of my life, you were there to catch me when I fell, to lift me back up, to dust me off and remind me that I was born to fly. You weren't just my mother, you were my father, my role model, my mentor, my inspiration, my superhero, my best friend, and now my angel. You made me believe I could do anything. You told me every single day how incredible I was, how beautiful I was inside and out. Your love was unconditional, and through that love, you gave me the strength to love everything in the world around me. I would give anything to hear your voice one more time, to have you call me, to sit beside you, to rest my head on your shoulder, to see your eyes light up when Layla and Liam walk into a room. To hear you say just once more how proud you are of the mother I've become. My heart aches in ways I can't put into words. It burns from the inside out. And sometimes I can only bear to touch the surface of that pain. Because if I let myself feel it all at once, I'm afraid I won't be able to breathe. But I know what you would want from me. You want me to be strong, to hold my head up high, to be the woman you raised me to be, resilient, grounded, kind, and brave. I can feel your strength inside me now, holding me steady. I can hear your voice in my heart whispering, it's going to be okay. I'm right here with you. I know you're at peace, filled with love for your children and your grandchildren. Your whole world was Tala, Layla, and Liam. And I promise you that Arash, Mazda, and I will surround them with the same unconditional love that you gave us every single day, because you live on in all of us. Every time I look in the mirror, I remind myself, you are your mother's daughter. You can do anything, you can be anything. You are strong, you are a warrior. Live with love, with hope, with strength, and always believe in yourself. I promise you I will not let you down. I will be the woman that you raised me to be. I will be the mother you taught me to be. I will be the warrior you knew I could be. I am endlessly grateful to God for blessing me with the most incredible woman in the world as a mother. Thank you for shaping me into the person I am today. I will carry you in my heart every day for the rest of my life. I love you, Nana, always.
I'm Layla, and I'm her granddaughter. Life is like a clock, but you only have one set of batteries. Sometimes the hands go fast, and sometimes they go slower, and then they stop. Why do they stop? It runs out because your one set of batteries has used up its whole life. There's one quote I go by. Learn as if you live forever. Live as if you die tomorrow. Nana was this. Nana was that quote. I've learned so many things from her. I look at the flowers in my backyard. The flowers she taught me how to dig up. The flowers she taught me how to water. The schedule they should be on. The rice cooker inside of my cabinets. The rice cooker she taught me how to use. How she taught me how to dress. How she taught me how to act. Table manners. Every single value that she had is what I've learned. And I never want to forget. She meant so much to me. She cared about everyone. And before you think she was so young, she left so soon. That's 77 years. 77 years of hundreds, maybe even thousands of connections, whether it be coworkers, family, members that just know her. She didn't even have to introduce herself. She knew who she was, and she let everyone know that. Those connections that lasted 77 years, they'll show today. And she's with every single one of us, whether she be in front of you, behind you, beside you, in your heart. She's always there. And she wants you to know that. Because she always wanted to let people know that she cared, whether it be through her actions or her words. She cares. Sometimes I go through my voicemails that she left me, congratulating me about my plays, my games, or even just to say she loves me. And then I think, she did this with everyone. No matter it be through her actions or her words. She wanted to include everyone in her love. Her unconditional love she had for him. And it'll keep living on in everyone. I love you, Nana. I will forever.
Hello, my name is Liam. I am Nana's grandson. How I think of Nana is just one word. Fierce, okay? Because whenever I'm around her, I'm like, this cannot be a 77, this cannot be a 70-year-old, basically. She is amazing by how she acts. It's kind of astonishing of how she just conducts her day, you know? She's very systematic, and I respect that. She knows what she's talking about. She knows what she's doing. She is running a pretty big business, and I love her. She's a great lady. So, I remember once I had this voicemail, okay? And Nana came back with the voicemail, this is what Layla was saying. Nana came back with the voicemail, and it was like saying everything that I should have improved of my voicemail. Well, I should have like add touches up with my voicemail. Now, I didn't have a notification for a voicemail, so I didn't see that until like a month later. When I did, I was like, wow. I was surprised. I was like, there's no way she spends this much attention to stuff. So, I love her, and I always will, you know. always be with us and will always cherish memories with her. Because even if she's not with us, we will still have memories with her. And those memories will not go away, even if you have some type of condition or whatever. Those have to be very important. They are the top priority when you're trying to think of things. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tala. I don't know how to follow those two. They made me cry. Nana was very opinionated, and I valued her opinion a lot. There was nothing I wouldn't have done if she had asked me to. I think one time she told me that she really liked my hair straight, and I thought about straightening it permanently. I didn't take her opinion lightly, and one time I remember we went camping, or she came camping with my family. She got an RV to go camping. And I was about 13, so I was really annoying and mean to people. And I remember just wanting to be on my phone and lay down and not be around people. And Nana was doing things, and she ended up coming up to me and she said, "I'm very disappointed in you. You should have done this like I asked you to." And it wasn't that extreme. She wasn't being mean at all, but I remember I started bawling, which my mom can't even get a reaction like that out of me. I just remember that her opinion of me and just meant so much. So I think, well, I guess my mom and dad can say if this is true or not, but I snapped out of puberty, I think at that moment. And I wanted to get my stuff together. I wanted to be someone that she'd be proud of. So yeah, she was like my kryptonite. I don't even know how she did it. If I knew how she did it, I could probably be the world's best politician. But I'm glad I got at least 19 years with her, because she was there for my most primitive moments. Oh, I can't even speak. And she helped shape me into the person I am today, and I'm grateful for that. Because that means today and every day moving forward. Every decision I make, an opinion I express will always have a bit of her sprinkled in, budding in. So I'm heartbroken to not be able to see her anymore. But I don't feel like she's gone, because her perfume still smells like her. I still see her in everyone. And I still feel her in me.
My name is Paula. I miss you, Paula. I miss I love Nahi. I miss her so much. I've known her since I was a little girl. I've known her such a long time. I miss her. Nahi, I was a little kid. Mazda put Tala because of me. My name's Tala. There were little kids before. I remember the old house before. I miss her so much. She's such a good person. She's so nice before. I miss her so much. Yeah. I miss her so much.
She loves you very much.
Nosley, I miss you. Mascot, I miss you. Arash, I miss you. I love your mom so much. I love you, Nahid. I love you, Nahid. I was praying here, over here. I miss you, Nahid. I hope you're good. And her brother. And her kids. I miss you so much. Bye.
Love you, Tyler.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. We now move to lay her in a final resting place. And please join us.